Next topic, our next topic in class was attaching photos in an email. So here you can see in the top left corner, I'm in the Mail program on my MacBook Air, and using the keyboard shortcut Command N, there we are. We're making a new message, and I have it copy going to me automatically. I will delete that. Don't need to have that. And of course, I will send it to all of you, and I have it in a mailing list. Let's see if I type in Apple Workshop. There you are. The people that were there today, just like that. It's a mailing list, and this will be the subject is going to be adding photos from iPhoto. It used to be called iPhoto. Still an old name in my brain here. So how do we do it? You have your body of letter. Got everything almost spelled right. There you go. So what do? Well, easiest thing to do is just open this little icon and go to Photos. No media was found. That's not a good start of a video. Let's try that again. Open Photos. That's very interesting. So let's see if we can problem solve this. I don't see why that would be the problem. There we are. Let's try it one more time. I want to be a little consistent in its delivery of information. Icon, Photos, and there we go. So what you got from this little lesson, don't give up. Try it again if it doesn't work the first time. Who knows what was happening? So here we have these beautiful little pups. And if I clicked once, nothing happened, but I'll drag them in, and there they are. And this window stays open. I'll move this over a little bit and move this over. So now, why did I want to do that? Well, I wanted to show you this image size drop-down menu. You can see that this message is 34 KB kilobytes. That's really small because this image is kind of small. Let's see if we can wrong button. Let's come over here and make this medium. We're going to go from 34 to 108. We tripled approximately. So it'll have better quality, a little bit bigger file size, which is still small. Now, if you remember in class, I pointed to a file that was called RAW that was taken with a high efficiency or high quality image from my Sony camera. That was over 20 megabyte. That's a big file. And in some cases, your mail program might not be able to send such a large file. Thus, the reason to make it smaller. And also, you might remember in this window that we popped up via this icon, we can go to various categories. We can go see people, and maybe you want to see a picture of my brother. There he is. Maybe drag him in as well. And down here, there he is. I took his photograph and made it into a little cartoon. Yeah, you can do that as well in other applications. We're not going to go there, but give you an idea of the creativity you can do in various applications. If I don't want him, nothing personal, brother, he's gone. Back to my puppies. Can I resize it the old way with the little circles we saw on pages? No. The only thing you can do here is change the size, right? Actual size. This is the only way you can change the size. It's the size of the image, not the physical dimensions that you're going to see in the email. Here you go. That's all we can do. And that's it. So that was the first way. The second way is you can do the paper clip, add and attach a document. A little misleading. You can also attach an image. So maybe you have an image here that you have exported from the program. You might remember that. And down here, well, we can't make it any bigger. Sadly, all the windows don't have the same feature to make an image bigger. Sometimes you'll see a little slider up here. Sometimes you'll see a little slider down here to make an image bigger. Can't do that here. But the reason I wanted to come to this window here with the paper clip is down here, we're not attaching a document. We have access to our photos. And look where we are. We're in our Apple library. Remember the bull? There he is. So it's not just documents that paperclip, which is what we think of, paperclip, piece of paper, document. No, it can be a photo. So I'll take the bull and choose the photo. Choose the photo. Can I make him smaller or bigger? No, not with those little dots you saw on pages. Can I make him bigger? Oh, I can make it large. That's pretty big. That's the whole document. Both photos. Both photos. And there's the bull. That's the second way of doing it. Third way, well, if I close this window here, move this over here, scroll down a little bit, maybe I'll just delete this one here. There we go. And I'll delete those kids there. If I have Apple Photos open and move Sparky a little bit down here, I can then simply go back to all the photos and I'll take a picture of Caitlin. She's right in front of me in this photo. I can just click, like this picture here, click and drag in. Way number 3. So there's 3 ways to get photos into an email message. That's portrait mode. Little bow there, but you can see the difference in portrait mode. She is the subject of this image. And I can then also reduce the size of the image. Shouldn't be a problem. But again, if the intent is to maybe have some text wrap around it, you don't want to make it too big. You want them to see the person as well as read a letter. So keep that in mind when you're making the size of the image maybe too big and they have to scroll down. Your choice. End of the video. Topic number 3, done.